Wellness and Promoting Health Wednesday. Thanks for joining me. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about natural solutions for chronic pain. This is in reference to Stephen Horn's newsletter. So, pain actually is kind of a good thing. It informs us that the body's been injured and it's supposed to dissipate as the body heals. But chronic pain indicates that healing maybe is not taking place like it should. And a lot of pain relievers just mask this message of pain, but actually aren't really assisting in the healing process. So there's a lot of common over-the-counter and prescription analgesics like NSAIDs, anti-inflammatories, aspirins, ibuprofen, acetaminophen. There's a lot of narcotics that are given for pain: codeine, hydrocodone, morphine, oxycodone, and fentanyl. Non-steroid anti-inflammatories are one of the most commonly used analgesics for chronic pain. However, they do have some side effects. A lot of people have trouble with peptic ulcers, increased blood pressure. They contribute to the progression of atherosclerosis. They may increase the risk of having a heart attack or stroke, and they can cause chronic kidney disease, kidney failure, and liver damage. Also, last year I fell and broke my ankle, and I was taking non-steroidal anti-inflammatories until I can get to the doctor and get things taken care of, because I was away at the time hiking in the mountains and fell. And when I went to the doctor, the orthopedic told me I shouldn't take non-steroidal anti-inflammatories for broken bones because it doesn't allow the bone to heal. And I had never heard that before, so I'm going to share that tidbit with you now. There's also acetaminophen, which is very commonly used as well. And the side effects from that can be a fever, mouth sores, skin rash, sore throat, kidney, and liver damage. Narcotics and opiates are the most problematic of the chronic pain relievers, and they have possible side effects: gastrointestinal upset, causing your peristalsis to become sluggish. They can depress your respiratory function, and potentially they can be addictive. Overdoses on them can be fatal. And in 2021, 65,000 people died from opioid overdose, which is up about 47,000 people since 2018. The basic problem with pain medications is when they're used to mask the pain without doing anything to fix the underlying problem. So relieving chronic pain without fixing the problem that's causing it means the problem's never going to go away and may become worse. So I was diagnosed in 1994 with RSD, and I lived with chronic pain, severe chronic pain, taking 6 medications a day. I chose personally not to take opioids because I knew that my chronic pain was going to be a long-term thing. So I personally didn't take opioids, but I did take prescription strength anti-inflammatories, muscle relaxers, some arthritis medications for bone pain. And in 2005, I chose to do a little bit more holistic route, looking at my lifestyle, my emotions, and how they could be impacting my pain. So there's a lot of information out there that a lack of oxygen reaching the cells could be one of the primary causes of pain. Relaxing and breathing deeply for 5 or 10 minutes can often reduce or eliminate chronic pain. Unfortunately, people in chronic pain, because you're so worked up and so full of fear and anxiety, we do the exact opposite when we feel pain, and we become tense and hold our breath, which actually makes the pain worse. And it's kind of just a natural response by the body when you don't feel well to just tighten up and kind of hold your breath. But if you can remember to focus on deep breathing exercises, taking supplements like liquid chlorophyll, that helps promote cellular oxygenation. And if you're anemic, you want to make sure you're getting the nutrients to help you increase your iron in your blood, like iron, vitamin C, B12, folate. I really love the Chi Machine for this reason, because the Chi Machine is a passive aerobic exerciser, and it relaxes the body, especially the nervous system, creating a balance which allows you to take in deeper breaths. Dehydration can also be another cause of pain. Dr. Batman Galigi, author of Your Body's Many Cries for Water, while a political prisoner, found that he could help many of his fellow prisoners who had problems with pain, headaches, indigestion, and other health problems by encouraging them to drink more water. Our body needs water to remove acid waste from the body, so lack of water will increase acidity in the tissues, which increases pain. So many people who suffer from chronic headaches, chronic constipation have found that the headaches stop when they drink more water. So if you are dealing with chronic pain, drink 6 to 8 glasses of pure water daily. I did a lot of these things in my own recovery and management of pain. I practice deep breathing and use the Chi machine every day. I do make sure that I drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every day, and I cut out a lot of other beverages that are full of caffeine and sugar, because those are just going to further stimulate an overstimulated nervous system in pain. If you're not thirsty, maybe you want to take a pinch of salt with the water. And also avoid dehydrating beverages, like I said, like soda pop, alcohol, coffee. In traditional Chinese medicine, pain is seen as some type of stagnation, either of your body energy or your body fluids. Pain is definitely linked with inflammation, and inflammation decreases circulation locally throughout the body. And chronic inflammation often involves poor blood flow and lymphatic stagnation. So improving circulation, local circulation to a painful area can be beneficial. That's another reason why I loved the Chi machine for myself and found it very beneficial, because it did that movement, which I wasn't able to do because of my high level of pain, promoted blood flow and lymphatic flow. Massage also improves blood and lymph flow, which aids tissue healing, and massaging a painful area until the pain subsides, which can take 5 to 15 minutes. If you can make the pain go away with massage, you can probably allow the area to heal, because if our tissues or areas of pain don't have circulation, they're not going to heal. So massage at regular intervals that keep the pain from returning really helped. I know at my worst moments I was having weekly massages, and now I do the Chi massage every day. You can also try some topical stimulants, apply herbs or essential oils and lotions, oils or creams that draw blood and lymph to the painful area. Capsicum, ginger, and essential oils like lavender, camphor, eucalyptus, nutmeg, clove, menthol promote blood flow and lymph movement in the area you apply them. Besides increasing blood flow, some of these remedies also are analgesics, so they're going to reduce pain as well as promote healing. You also want to pay attention to your pH, because over-acidity can create oxidative damage. So an alkaline substance has electrons to donate to chemical reactions, which gives them the ability to add energy and heal. An acidic substance lacks electrons and wants to steal them, lowering the energy available for healing. When you eat something really acidic, your body has to search for minerals to balance that acidity, so in a sense it's taking things away from the body. So the more acidic the tissues are, the less energy is available for healing, which is going to contribute to your chronic pain. So you want to make sure that you have a more alkalized body than acidic body. And I did this as well. Suffering with chronic pain, I switched my diet to at least 60 to 70% fresh fruits and vegetables. Some people will temporarily go on a 100% fresh raw fruit and vegetable diet, or all vegetable and fruits and maybe some beans and a little bit of rice. You can also assist your body by taking antioxidants like mangosteen, green tea, acai berry, grapeseed extract, rosemary. The body also needs low energy, and there's a theory of chronic pain that there simply isn't enough energy in the tissues to allow them to heal properly. And this relates to the overacidic problem previously discussed, but it also kind of ties in energy devices that are on the market. and the energy healing practices like hands-on healing, your Reiki, your craniosacral, where they can transfer energy to ease pain and promote healing. There's also electrical stimulation units like a TENS unit, which emits small electrical currents. Some people wear those and it stimulates the area that they're in pain, like a spinal cord stimulator or an external TENS unit. There's also lasers that can increase mitochondrial activity to speed healing and ease pain. There's a lot of things out, like Oscar Wellness has a PEMF device. There's grounding, earthing. There's many options you can explore in energy devices to help you with your pain that have been very effective for many. And then there's muscle tension. You know, muscle spasms cause pain. Muscles that are tense from fatigue. Muscle fatigue is brought on by stress, poor posture, or repetitive movements. And when you're in chronic pain, you are in stress. You know, your body is under stress. So that muscle fatigue is very evident. It can also be due to lack of energy or magnesium or potassium deficiencies. So you want to focus on relaxing your muscles. So make sure you're getting as much rest as possible, because I know on days when I have really bad pain, sleep's really hard to do. Also, if you're doing repetitive tasks, you want to take time to stretch and relax. Make sure that you focus on your posture while sitting or standing to also help the body. Body work for flexibility and stretching can help. And supplements that help relax the muscle would be things like lavender oil topically, magnesium, lobelia, or kava kava. The other thing that can contribute to chronic pain is toxicity. Environmental toxins can irritate the nerves and contribute to chronic pain, just like lots of petrochemicals, heavy metals. However, all toxins do contribute to an over-acidic, inflamed body. So you want to, if you're drinking water and you're eating a clean diet, and you still feel that detoxification can be an issue, maybe from years, you may want to consider maybe a Chinese balancing cleansing program or something to support a healthy liver. There's alternatives like burdock, red clover, yellow, dark, and dandelion that help cleanse. And then there's supplements that help protect the liver and build the liver, like milk thistle, schizandra, and acetylcysteine. And there's also mechanical irritation, those repetitive movements like that you're going to get, like carpal tunnel syndrome, subluxations in the spine, TMG. So improving your posture, massage therapy, stretching, chiropractic care, rolfing, and there's many more types of body work that can be beneficial. There's also natural analgesics that you can look at. There's salicylates, like herbs that contain salicylates would be willow bark, meadowsweet, black cohosh, clove buds, wintergreen. Silicic acid was isolated from willow bark, which actually led to the creation of aspirin. So those herbs that I mentioned have analgesic and anti-inflammatory actions. They also offer a lower risk of side effects, and they may also promote healing. Just because it's an herb and just because it's natural doesn't mean that if you're not supposed to take something like an aspirin, you're going to want to take a salicylate. Also, omega-3 essential fatty acids. Many of the modern day SAD American diet, the standard American diet, is high in omega-6 fatty acids, but very deficient in the healthy fats like omega-3 from fish. So consuming a fish oil supplement rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids may help to reduce levels of inflammation, easing some of your pain. There's also lots of natural anti-inflammatory remedies like boswellia, willow bark, mangosteen, turmeric. One of its main constituents is curcumin, and it can be a very effective alternative to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. Chronic pain is connected to chronic inflammation usually, and anti-inflammatories can help with that. There's also some remedies, cortisol-like remedies. Our adrenal glands produce a hormone called cortisol, which dampens inflammation and relieves pain. Corticosteroid drugs are synthetic mimics of cortisol, and these drugs usually have very serious side effects. But there are some natural herbal products like yucca, wild yam, licorice root, which can have a cortisol-like action in reducing inflammation. There's also some natural narcotics, but those aren't at free range either. So I hope that this gives you some insight and things that you can do throughout your lifestyle to lessen the potential of your chronic pain, or maybe make you deal with them better. Focusing on deep breathing can be very relaxing. Cleaning up your diet, eating more anti-inflammatory fruits and vegetables, drinking water to keep your body hydrated, 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Working on decreasing inflammation by limiting your exposure to toxicity and products and foods that are going to increase inflammation. Giving your body more foods or supplements that are going to be anti-inflammatory, like your omega-3 fatty acids, your turmeric. If you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables, I think you're going to have a tendency to move from over-acidity to alkaline, reducing that stress on the body, where you're not taking things away from the body, you're replenishing the body. And maybe just trying a TENS unit or a product like the Chi Machine or Osca Wellness, one of their PEM devices, or something like the ePower. Maybe something you haven't thought about or explored. Thinking about how you're going to release your muscle tension with a product like that, or massage or body work. All of those things may not fully get rid of your chronic pain, because chronic pain is such a widespread thing and everyone experiences it different and its causes are different. They may help you deal with it better and have a more higher quality of life. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a great day.